Us is directed by Jordan Peele and tells the story of a family who goes on vacation to their summer home and are then unexpectedly visited by a family that looks exactly like them. I love Jordan Peele as a comedian, and ever since I saw his directorial debut, Get Out, I could not wait to see what he did next. Us, for people, is going to depend on what you want to get out of the film, no pun intended. For me as a film fan, when I go to see a film, what I want to get out of it is a film that is, of course, technically amazing. A great cinematography, well edited, well written. I want the whole 9 yards. And I also like films that subvert my expectations and ask me to not only watch the film once, but watch it multiple times so I can further analyze it. A lot of people ask me why I like this. Well, it's the foundation that film was built on. I love watching It's a Wonderful Life and having that movie make more sense to me. I love watching Casablanca, and we can see different hints that are laid out throughout the film, like little Easter eggs, telling us how this film is going to end upon each multiple viewing that we can pick up on. That's the type of film I grew up watching. It's the type of film I love to see today. Let's start with the beginning. So, the film's opening credits are awesome, and this actually does have a nice opening credit sequence where Jordan Peele pulls the camera back very, very slowly. And it mixes in so well with the score that it reminds me of how great of a filmmaker Jordan Peele really is. So right from the get-go, I was in. The character development in this film is astounding. Jordan Peele understands that we should spend some time with the family to enjoy them as characters, and that was something I appreciated in this movie. Lupita Nyong'o, though, gives one of my favorite performances from her. Might be my favorite, in all honesty. I thought the cast all across the board was fantastic. So let's jump into the flaws of this movie. So there's a couple of false jump scares that come in, but they're very minor, and they, like I said, it only happens a couple of times. There are some rules that are set up in the universe that Jordan Peele is playing in this film, and for me, there may have been some inconsistencies in that. I will have to go back and watch the film again to further analyze it. Definitely a couple of small plot holes. The good outweighs the bad in this film. It's a gorgeous looking movie. This has some amazing looking shots in it. This film, it tries to go into a lot of different directions thematically that it almost begs the audience to have many different interpretations of it. And let me just tell you, by the end of this film, the group I'd seen it with and myself probably spent an extra 20 minutes in the theater having a nice debate about, how we felt about the film. And, I heard it from many different points of views from everybody. This movie is going to ask the audience to not only watch it one time, but to watch it multiple times to further analyze it, which, as I said earlier in the review, is kind of what I'm looking for as somebody who's going to see a film in this day and age. I like to be challenged. I like films that are intelligent. This film came off very intelligent to me. There's a scene toward the end of exposition that gets thrown in, and I feel like that this is what's going to cause the arguments amongst audiences. Had the film ended earlier and then not given that expositional scene, then I feel like everybody would have been kind of on the same page. Because everything gets explained toward the end of the film, I feel like it's going to kind of cause a damper on some people, and then I think other people, like myself, are going to be completely fine with the explanation, and it's going to make a ton of sense to them. I know people are going to ask, so I'll tell you, as a film, Get Out, I think, is a slightly more superior movie, but I like this one almost just as much. Guys, I'm going to give Us an A- for right now. I do need to see this again to further analyze it, and it does require multiple viewings, but I definitely recommend checking it out. If you enjoyed Get Out, I do hope you enjoyed this film, and you see that it is still a Jordan Peele film. Guys, thanks for watching this review. I'm sorry that we haven't done the podcast in so long. It's the reason I'm doing a review. Is because I want to expand the content a little bit, and I want to make sure that stuff does get uploaded on this channel. This is something I'd like to try, just doing solo reviews. I was thinking about reviewing Get Out as well, so let me know if you want to see that in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. Thank you.